What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Chances are that if you're here, you are like us and you like to race. So with the help of our partner at MassiveSpeedSystem.com, we're going to get one of you guys to come race one of these cars with us at 10,000 subscribers. So all you need to do is be 18, be able to get yourself to the track in Wisconsin, and comment down below, "I'm in," and that will let us know who to put on the list. Tell all your friends, and you might just be out with us racing one of these cars. Alright guys, it's day 2 on this now. We finished up that stuff last night with the initial test fits and everything. Next step for us is going to be to do the base plates. So we got 2 on the floor in the front. We got 2 for the B pillar, and then the way that the car is structured in the back, I think we're going to do a strut bar and then attach the rear kickers from the B hoop down to that strut bar, which in some road race classes and stuff like that will not pass tech. Usually you're supposed to attach them directly to the strut tower, the kicker bars directly to the strut tower, and then the crossbar to those bars. But in this particular case, unless we went crazy and cut all that stuff out, we're just going to have to run the crossbar and then attach the kickers to that, which should be fine in this application. But a good way to do the base plate is with CAD, cardboard aided design. So depending again on rules and where you race and whatnot, the size of the base plate is going to vary. For the class that we're going to race this in, they say 4x4 is fine. So I actually made a 6x4 because some classes say 6-inch, some say 4, just depends on where you're at. But so that's going to be a template. We can figure out where we want to put them exactly, and then kind of scribe around the cardboard with a marker so we can clean that up and get it ready for welding, along with the same in the front. So probably go something like that. And then of course you can always trace it onto your sheet metal like that, and then cut it out with a grinder or whatever you want to cut it with. So that's what we're going to be doing next. One of the best parts about this, and by best I mean worst, is the seam sealer. And it takes quite a bit of work to get that stuff out of there. And if you don't, your welds are going to just spatter all over the place and turn out like total shit. So I'm just using this wire wheel on this grinder and you know, trying to get as much of it out as I can. And then after you do that, you can go through and take like a map gas and try to burn the seams where it's still down in there. That will help get the rest of it out of there as much as you can. But super critical to have nice clean metal to weld to. Just makes the welding process so much easier, and the welds turn out a lot better with a clean surface. Pretty obvious, but just one of those things. Take a little bit of extra time doing this, and it'll pay off in the end. Alright, we got the base plates done in the front and the B hoop. We got the B hoop tacked in. So next thing we're going to do is get these bars fitted. We're going to have to notch the top end where it goes into the B hoop there. We got the tubing notcher over here. Dad came back over. He's getting that all set up in the vise. Alright, so we got the tubing notcher here all set up. These things are a big help. You basically put the tube in there, you got a hole saw, and that basically makes it the same shape as the tube that you're trying to fit it to with a drill in the end. So you don't necessarily need one of these. You can actually do it with an angle grinder, but it does help a lot to make a perfect fit. So for the price that they were and the amount of them that you do for every cage, I definitely thought it was worth it. Alright, so many hours later, we now have the B hoop tacked in. We have both of the A-pillar bars in place. So here's another little trick you can do if you have a complex bend like one of those A-pillar bars with funny angles. You can take your 1.5-inch tube and stick it inside the 1 3/4 and then kind of tape it in place. And then that'll give you a pretty good idea of, you know, the length and the angles of the bends that you need. Super happy with the fitment. I think it came out great. Standing back here, you know, you can barely see the bars in there, so that's what you want. You want a nice tight fit. You know, I did this cage in this car like 15 years ago or something, and I have this huge gap here between the bar and the A-pillar that makes a huge blind spot. So that was one of the things I learned over time is wherever you're sitting, you know, you kind of want the A-pillar bar and the A-pillar lined up, so then you have maximum vision. So another bonus of doing the A-pillar bars this way, you gain a bunch of vision out of it. So super happy with it so far. Now next step is going to be to bend the door bars on the driver's side, now that we have those in place and we can get accurate measurements. Alright guys, we got the bottom door bar there bent and needs a little bit of trimming still, but pretty much fitted. We bent the first driver door bar there. So I usually like to do an X design. I know it's not traditional circle track, but I come from a road race background, so that's how I like to do it. Like in this car, there's pretty much an X design in there. So it'll be something similar like that in this car. So we just need to get this one notched and I'll fit it in, and then have one more, you know, to complete the X, and the driver's door bar will be done, and that will be all of the bent bars. So after that, usually it goes fairly quickly. You know, the rest are just straight bars, so not too much difficulty there. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around this long. That's going to wrap up this episode. In the next one, we're going to continue on the cage stuff, hopefully finish it. We still have a lot of loose ends to tidy up with this guy. We are going to have one of you guys come out and race with us when we get to 10,000 subs, thanks to MassiveSpeedSystem.com. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, drop a comment below, and we will see you in the next one.